you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
The rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, we've got a good one on tap in the AFC North, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Baltimore Ravens. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Two hard-hitting blue-collar franchises, one of the better rivalries going. The Ravens and Steelers are underway. And they will wrangle him down a couple of yards shy of the 30. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
And when I watch him play, all I think about is the word improvement. Every season in the league, he finds a way to get better and has become just as dynamic with his arm as he has with his legs. 41 touchdowns, just 4 interceptions in 2024. His big goal now, getting his team to a Super Bowl. Plenty of success during the regular season. Now they want to win at playoff time.
And his first look is incomplete.
We have to see what kind of looks this defense is going to throw at him as this game moves along, but they're in a zone to start. I do think we'll see plenty of man coverage as we move along, but the first throw of this one, incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. A short one there, caught by Likely. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now it's 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. They'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Baltimore first down.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay. Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards.
Still first down.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Now Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
Right side, there's Likely with it. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 38-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Good for a Baltimore Raven. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. 35 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They'll give Henry another shot. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
Third and goal, Jackson. Toward the pylon, caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. Fourth and goal.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
They'll run. It's Henry. And he's not going to get there. They tackle him at the 2. The big back, Derrick Henry, held out of the end zone. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. So here are the Steelers backed up to start their initial drive. They'll be led out by their highly decorated quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
Almost certainly a future Hall of Famer, and he's still seeking the storybook ending to his career. But he had patience, looked around, took his time before choosing his team, and boy, are they glad that he did because he still has a lot of juice left despite being 41 years old. Finishing the top 10 in passing yards last season with nearly 4,000 yards and touchdowns as well with 28.
And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
Well, so much for being backed up against their goal line to start the drive. He gave some breathing room and then some. I think the defense really got caught thinking safety, trying to stack the line of scrimmage. And oftentimes, if you can get past the initial grouping, there's a lot of room to run. The defense actually fortunate that didn't go farther.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now 2nd and 9. Now run straight ahead with Warren. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, if nothing else, they were able to pick up 1 first down on this drive and get it away from their own goal line. But not much happening after that, and it leads to a punting situation.
Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and making sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Jackson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
That's good for a Baltimore Raven. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Oh, Lamar Jackson just so electric, Charles, when he gets into open space, and we saw Exhibit A right there.
You know something? I'm standing up here in the booth next to you watching the play. He buckled my ankles on that one as well. It doesn't matter whether you're actually on the field trying to chase him or you're just watching him play. This guy is sheer excitement.
Throw caught by Flowers. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 more on that one, and another first down. A starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 is that had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
Well, warm up QB2. Let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Henry again on 2nd down. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Ravens strike first at 3's in. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
Back to it now after the made field goal. Here's Luke to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Well, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Running a jet sweep. This is Austin. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Rodgers. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 43. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
No gain on the play.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. The line to gain is the 33 on third down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. DK Metcalf, 40 yards. And the Steelers have taken the lead. He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. But if you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes, he just takes off and goes. And I think that's what we just saw there.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Ravens 3.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And the Ravens taking the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Quick strike out wide by Jackson. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And it's second down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that, second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
To the right side, into the hands of Flowers. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read.
There he goes, left side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. It's a scintillating run by Lamar Jackson. And the Ravens are once again back in front. Well, we've certainly seen this before, CD. No one can quite electrify a crowd like Lamar Jackson, and really don't know what else to say other than that was special right there.
I think you pretty much said it all, but I go back to what you said about electrifying a crowd. He's also electrifying us, and we're calling the game. This guy is simply sensational.
Tyler Luke now for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Looking to put a drive together. They toss it to Warren. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. Now Rodgers. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 41.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They begin with Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. Again, it's Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
And the Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt, the All-Pro, in there to take him down. At that time, finally, a measure of revenge as they get him down behind the line.
It almost felt like relief, didn't it? Because with the success he's had throughout this game, you'd almost expect him to get free and pick up 10 to 15 every time he takes off. Not in that case. That has to feel good for the defense.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now it's Jackson. He finds Bateman over the middle. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 7.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Jackson from the shotgun. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Baltimore Raven. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
I don't care what level of football you played. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go long, and hope someone would come free.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now they'll bring one of their tight ends in motion right. Henry again. But he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And hindsight 2020, I think they probably should have gone for the field goal, right?
The 3 points would look really good right now, but I think what we just saw there, analytics really starting to creep into the game because more and more teams are saying the more you go for it, the better your odds of getting it, the better your odds of scoring 6 points instead of 3. They took a chance there. It just didn't pay off.
Yeah, right here, the anti-analytics guys go thumbs up. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. 49 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
On the give, it's Warren. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Rodgers to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
9 yards. First down, Pittsburgh.
And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handing it to the fullback, right? As we evolve, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a first down. Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes, they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time, he uses quickness to make a play.
On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. Wester on the return. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time. Fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go, and move on to the next series.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Officially, they'll call that a 9-yard pickup there, so it leaves them in a good spot. 2nd and inches forthcoming. Right is Jackson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was onto it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
Here's Jackson to throw. This will go to Henry out wide. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Jackson now. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle it for just a short gain.
2nd and 7.
To throw is Jackson.
Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 27-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
That turns into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
At the 5-yard line.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Jackson. There's Flowers. He's got it. Touchdown, Ravens. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
On his loop for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield and get the ball in his hands in open space. And just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. Throw left side complete. That's one. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Here's Rodgers. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. It could have been his second, but instead it's 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Set to punt. Here's Cameron Johnston.
For the Steelers.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. The Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. And this defense has got to be searching for answers right now. It's been his ability to make plays on the ground here in this first half that's really giving him fits. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Now it's Jackson.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman.
Ravens going to use their third and final timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
3rd and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson.
Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you. The rain, maybe not quite as heavy as it was earlier, but still coming down pretty good as we prepare for the second half.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter.
Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the third quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose, and that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a first down.
A handoff for Warren. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
I'll give him credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stop the run and then executed.
2nd and 9.
To throw, it's Rodgers.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. To throw is Rodgers. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he's got it inside the 10. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. DK Metcalf. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Steelers have cut it back within a score. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Extra point now by Boswell. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game.
Ravens 17.
A drive there of just 4 plays. Scott, thank you. The rain, maybe not quite as heavy as it was earlier, but still coming down pretty good as we prepare for the second half. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Ravens offense and Derrick Henry set to take over once more. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and made him a real weapon in the passing game. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. But, Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Now Jackson rolling to his left. Powers by at the 40. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
18. That's good for a Baltimore Raven. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. A first down carry for Henry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Throwing is Jackson. That one into the hands of Flowers. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Third and 5. Here's Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know, all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
He dumps it off for Henry. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, not able to find any yardage on that one.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
The Ravens send their punter out now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines.
Get a look at DK Metcalf as this offense returns to the field.
Not a bad day at the office there. Maybe he would like the catch number to go up a little bit, but I think most guys would say 2 catches, 2 touchdowns. That's okay.
I think if the catch number goes up, we start talking about the record books, because at that pace, this type of efficiency, oh, yeah, I think I'd throw it to him a little bit more often.
Looking to put a drive together. And the slot man goes in motion left.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle.
And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
On running plays, linemen, of course, have their assignments. That's expected. But it's not often you're expecting to see a cornerback blitzing in run support and tackling the runner for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Rodgers going to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Odafe Owe.
It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you, because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now they'll bring 4 receivers into the fold here. It's 3rd and long.
Rodgers now to throw.
That one down the field for Freiermuth.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
2 things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
Here's Cameron Johnston now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line.
So now out comes this offense, led by their quarterback, as they take over once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Jackson. That's caught. It's Flowers. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 20-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
But he's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, 2's not going to be enough. You better get some more guys trying to cover me. He knows how to get open downfield.
And the Ravens are going to have a first and goal as he's able to take this inside the 10 to the 8.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
In motion left, Flowers. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Ravens are able to stretch out their lead. Well, this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1. And in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Scott, thank you. The rain, maybe not quite as heavy as it was earlier, but still coming down pretty good as we prepare for the second half. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Shoves him aside.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing is Rodgers.
A short one there to Freiermuth.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Now Rodgers. Complete to Austin here over the middle. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Austin is there and brings in another one. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 42. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Open man downfield is Woods. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Jalen Warren from 10 yards out. And the Steelers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Boswell good with the extra point. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21.
Steelers 21.
Scott, thank you. The rain, maybe not quite as heavy as it was earlier, but still coming down pretty good as we prepare for the second half. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 40 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries. It may sound cliche, but those are the types of yards he can get you. He's such a bruising back.
He is, and typically with that type of a back, if he has any type of stamina, it shows up later in the ball game. Because trust me, guys get tired of running up and trying to tackle that big fella. It wears on him, and then he gets stronger as the game goes on.
3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Henry up the middle. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
That's another Baltimore first down.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
That one too wide and incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson.
He'll get this to Flowers, left side.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards the pickup there.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Play action. Now Jackson.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Jackson going to keep it running right.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
So that flag will set him back 5 yards.
Still 3rd down.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Jackson now. That is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the 1st.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Henry is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Oh, boy, Derrick Henry shaken up after that last play and in some discomfort down there. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Hill. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Ravens get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes, because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Luke now for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A 10-play drive that time. And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Steelers ready to take over on offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Looking to put a drive together. Here's Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And a Steeler first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now it's Rodgers. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the 2 of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. It's Warren. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 32-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try to get the ball back again.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 34-yard line.
To throw is Rodgers. A throw left side, caught by the tight end flyer move. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Rodgers to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Wilson.
And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
1st and goal, Pittsburgh.
But they've certainly not shied away from throwing the footballs. They've leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate, with that last one earning them a new set of downs.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Look at this, a tight end carry. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
This is why I've never been a big fan of trying to get too cute down here by the goal line. For every one time something like this works, it seems like it blows up about 10 times. And sure enough, they'll wind up losing yards here.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now Rodgers. This is caught. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and goal. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Steelers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Boswell for the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. That time a 9-play drive. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Henry out of the pistol. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield.
Stopped in his tracks and given a loss on that play by Patrick Queen. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now Jackson. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It'll be a gain of 5. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now it's Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another 1st down.
That's good for a Baltimore Raven. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Inside handoff, Henry. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
1st and 10.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or you're just coming from all angles.
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll run it again with Henry. And the 2nd wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the 1st down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
3 points separating these 2 sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Here's Jackson to throw. They set up the screen for Henry. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
4th down.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to swell the lead to 6. And his kick here is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden, they're down. Back to it now after the made field goal. Here's Luke to kick this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Steelers offense and DK Metcalf getting ready to go back to work. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been the star of the show as they have just had absolutely no answers for him defensively. Here's 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw. throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Back to throw, Rodgers. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Now Rodgers. That's to Freiermuth. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. They'll run it. Warren. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
They'll come up now. 2nd and 9. To throw is Rodgers. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as the understand where they are in the field?
Warren not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Here now, 2nd and goal. He's back to throw. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Back to throw. And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the 4th quarter. The dramatic score to tie it, and now they just need the PAT to get the lead late 4th quarter.
So much for the touchdown maker. It's all about the extra point attempter. And I can't wait to see how this one turns out.
So they're not home yet. Still a critical extra point here to break the tie. And they have got the lead. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Down 35-34, 25 seconds remaining. They've surrendered a double-digit lead but can rescue themselves late as they come up on first down. Throwing, Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Jackson. And the catch made by Hopkins. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Now Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Jackson to throw. Connecting with Andrews.
Jackson's pass. Complete to Mark Andrews.
That was a long shot, but they did get one final chance to try to score and overcome this small deficit. No touchdown, though, Charles. And that brings this one to a close.
Yeah, I think Hope was wearing one jersey and Worry was wearing another on the other sideline as that final snap played out. Now, we've seen some incredible plays to win games before, but in this case, I think the distance was just a little bit too great for it to happen here.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Baltimore, so long, everybody.